All right, this is some information to help you on the planet program on page 289. So in the information that I gave you, I told you that you were going to have an old weight, that the program would calculate a new weight, that there was going to be a conversion factor, you get that out of the book, and that I did add an additional thing from the book. I want you to be able to come up with the planet name, and you're going to input the first letter of the planet's name that you're converting to. So the first thing you have to do is prompt the user to enter the old weight. So they're going to type in whatever it is the old weight is, 100 pounds or whatever, and then you're going to do a CN, and then you're going to error check to make sure that the old weight is a positive number. So you'll just do an if-then statement. So you'll do this with an if-then. Then you're going to prompt the user to enter the first letter of the planet name. So you need to figure out what you want them to do about Mercury and Mars. So for example, you can tell them to type in Q for Mercury and M for Mars, or you could tell them to type in some other letter like Z for Mercury instead of M, because the Mercury and Mars have the same first letter. And then you'll input the first letter, and then you're going to start doing a switch statement. The switch statement is going to be used to figure out what the conversion is and what the planet's name is. So remember we talked about the switch statement will only work with integers and characters. So the planet letter has to be a character. So here I started off my switch statement and I said switch planet letter, and I gave you the example for E, for Earth. So you need to make sure you're checking to make sure if it's a capital E or a little e, and a capital J and a little j. So make sure you error check for both of them. And if it's Earth, the conversion is 1, and the planet name is Earth. And then you're going to break. And then you're going to continue to do that same process with Mercury and Mars and Jupiter and Venus and Pluto and all the other different planets. And you're going to get those conversion factors out of the book on page 289. Now, for your default in the switch, this is a good opportunity to have something here for the conversion. So I suggested that you put the conversion as 0, because you got to put something in there and you don't want to use a real conversion value. And I suggested that you put the planet name as something like error, that's an invalid letter. And then that way, when it gets to the point where it's outputting, it will at least have some value for the planet name and the conversion. Otherwise, you're going to get an error message about not knowing what the conversion is. And after the switch statement is finished, this is the end of our switch statement right here, you're going to calculate the new weight. And to calculate the new weight, you're going to take the old weight and you're going to multiply it by that conversion factor that you get. And then the last part of this program is you're going to be outputting the old weight, you're going to output the planet name, and you're going to output the new weight that you had on the new planet. So basically you're outputting all the things that you had. I hope this helps.